Hey guys, welcome to the Ranger Wrap-Up. If you notice that I am alone today, it's because Daryl pulled a Rocky and injured his back working out at the gym. Believe it or not, actually working out at the gym, he injured his back. But I am going to be joining you to take your questions, comments live here on that hashtag show on the Ranger Wrap-Up. Today we're going to be talking about the Royal Rumble. That's right. They optioned the title from the WWE. They got the rights from Vince McMahon. And we're going to be talking about the Royal Rumble. But why am I sitting? I'm sitting to the side like somebody's going to join me. There's nobody here. It's just me. It's going to be a laid-back show between me and all of you. Who's in the chat? Let's see who we got. MJ Spud, Anna Miles, Lucius, Ronell. We got a lot of you guys in the chat already. I don't even know if we have any news. Do we have any news? Yeah, what's up, guys? Yes, Daniel's like, what the F? Yeah, Daryl injured himself. I got a message at 4 in the morning that was like, I had to go to the bathroom and it hurt to walk. I don't know if I'm coming in today. And I was like, all right, cool. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Edward Sanchez? Hashtag Edward Sanchez approved. But today we're going to be talking about the Royal Rumble. Hey, Shadowbird. I don't know how many of you saw this episode. I enjoyed it. I think the season is getting a lot better. I'm curious to see what you guys thought in the chat. But before we get into all that, as always, you know we have the Super Chat feature that helps support the show. Reliefs go to the hurricane reliefs of Irma and Harvey. That's what all that stuff's going to. And what's up, Thomas? And also we have our TeePublic. Oh, look at that, a Super Chat. Vieira just loomed Goofy in the armor. I kiss the dignity of the ninja. Yes, this is true. Now, somebody asked about the earthquakes. I haven't felt the earthquakes, actually, but I know we have been getting them here in California. Let's see. TeePublic. Let's put that link in there. So we have a bunch of new stuff at TeePublic, so you can check out our store on TeePublic. I'm going to put a link in the comment or in the Super Chat right now. Also, if you tweet us at that hashtag show, we will retweet you to share out the show. That would be great for all of you guys to do that. And we also have THS Hashtaggers is our Facebook group for all of you guys to talk about all the geeky things on your mind. It's a great community, and a lot of you guys are already in there. So if you want to join in on all the fun, join the THS Hashtaggers group. Thank you so much for the Super Chat, by the way. Let's talk a little bit about news. In a couple weeks, we have New York Comic Con coming up, and it's going to be official that we are going to get some form of an announcement. Peter was here last week, but now it's completely confirmed that some looming announcement is coming from Power Rangers and Nickelodeon alike. That is going to be next week, or 2 weeks from now, I believe, New York Comic Con. So go and whoever's going, let us know, and hopefully we can all meet up. That should be a lot of fun. What are you looking forward to at New York Comic Con? Also, what the hell is Soul of the... What is that?
It's the Japanese Dragon Zord.
Oh, the Japanese Dragon Zord. That's one of my news things today?
Yeah.
Great. So, one thing that is going on right now is New York Comic Con. Anyways, I just said that. Come and say hi to us. Now, let's get into some of the news that we have going on. The Japanese Megazord, I just got sent this information, is going to be coming out soon.
They just released the specs.
They just released the specs for it. And
the Soul of Shikogen.
I don't know what he just said, but it's the something of a dragon. Soul of Chukugen, whatever that means. Dragon Caesar. Also, Funko Pop exclusive is going to be at New York Comic Con. The Megazord, the Dragon Zord exclusive is going to be coming out. We're going to get our hands on some of those. So we're going to be giving those out once we get those on the show. Also, I don't remember who it was. I think it's MJ that needs to send in your address because we have something to send you. Same thing with Larry. We need your address too. Need you guys to hit up our Facebook page. But yes, the announcement in New York Comic Con is going to be apparent. We think we all know what it is. I heard the word rumor, heard the word reunion floating around a lot. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Do you guys want to get into this episode? Because I'm really curious to see what you thought about it and what you thought about Vieira, the princess from the Lion Galaxy. Let me know in the chat what you ranked this episode. Let's talk about it, though. Let's get right into it. We kick it off with the Rangers already in peril, fighting Drillion. He's grown, and the Rangers are kind of in a state of defeat, almost, it looks like. They call on Vieira, and the Lion ship comes to their rescue. The Lion ship goes down. Drillion gets sent back to the ship, and Odious questions whether or not Drillion is the man for the job, or is the monster for the job, I should say. She upgrades his arm to the toolbox arm. Viera says that the ship is damaged, and we are back to the Rangers in their workshop. Viera shows up randomly at the Rangers' workshop. The ship needs another source of power to fly, but Mick is hesitant to help out because we get Mick's backstory. Now, this is the first time we do get Mick's backstory that Viera is... Oh, look at that, another super chat. Did you check your car this morning to see if you got chalk last night in downtown? I will be telling that story right after this. I didn't get chalk. That's not my car. My car did not get the giant wiener on it. That was somebody else's car. Daniel was with me when all that happened. LA was a lot of fun. It's crazy, man. That was crazy. I don't know what that was for, by the way. But Princess Viera shows up. Mick is hesitant to help her out. And, thanks for the super chat, Larry. Mick is hesitant to help her out. We get the backstory that the royal family actually, from the Lion Galaxy, imprisoned 100 people and sold them off to Galvanax, and pretty much sold them into slavery. That's how he ended up on the ship. Mick doesn't like talking about it, really, but we know that's what happened. So Mick hesitantly helps out Viera against his better judgment. We see Vic and Monty outdoors. They say a rock floating in midair. It's one of the it's controlled by the anti-gravity thing from Viera's ship. Drillion is with Odious. He has a new upgrade. He gets sent down. Vic is going to break, and we're back at high school, which I actually like the scenes a lot at the high school because it reminds me of the old school Mighty Morphin stuff. We're back at the high school, and I love that Vic and Monty, man, those guys, the facial expressions that those guys do impress me every single week. But they're going to break the world record. I don't know, our producer JD in the background is doing some facial expressions back there. I don't know what he's doing. But they're going to break the world record for weightlifting. So that's going to be something going on at the high school. This reminds me of, I don't know if you guys remember the big weightlifting competition that Bulk and Jason did on the bench press. Does anybody remember that? It was a little bit of a throwback to that. But Drillion finds the lion ship. The Rangers morph. Drillion shoots his toolbox arm, which is his new power-up. Mick throws some ninja steel into the giant spinner thing. I forgot what it's called. And it appears on Brody's arm is his new power upgrade. He gets the armor from Viera, Princess Viera. He gets the power upgrade, the armor. I actually thought the armor looked really cool on Brody. I'm really curious to see what you guys thought, if you guys liked it or not. I mean, it has this kind of samurai look to it. I like the way the helmet looked. But it does feel a little clunky. I'm not the biggest fan of power-ups, really. Like, the only one I really liked was probably the Triassic Ranger from Dino Thunder. But I wasn't a fan of the space one or Lost Galaxy. But if you're watching Q Ranger, there's a cool power-up that comes in there. So check out that show. But the Prism. Thanks, Shadowbird. It was called the Prism. Not the biggest fan of all these power-ups. This, however, I actually did like the aesthetic. I like that it's called the Red Fire Lion or whatever. I think that's pretty cool. Hey, Jalen. Jalen's off to a wedding. Have fun at your wedding. Are you getting married? Probably not. Anyway, we're back here at the Lion ship. The Rangers, So they get the armor. Brody gets his upgrade. Mick now realizes the princess has changed and is working to turning the Zord, the lion ship into a Zord. Brody fights Drillion, and he says the word epic. This is the same thing with Lucky saying Lucky. And I feel that, I don't know, it's starting to get annoying with this whole epic thing, and I understand Daryl's point now. It happens quite a lot. The Rangers use the ninja metal attack on Drillion, which is a bunch of chains, essentially. The Rangers beat Drillion in the small form. Then Galvanax makes him big. Mick makes the Lion Zord, Lion Firestar Zord Star. Brody jumps into the Zord. I think that the Zord looks pretty cool, actually. Turns into the Megazord, the Lion Fire Megazord. I think it looks great. I really like the way it looks a lot. Viera gets her armor back. Pretty much says goodbye to the Rangers. Is in her ship. Look at this. I ran through the whole episode pretty much in 11 minutes. So that's about the fastest time this is ever going to get done. She says her goodbyes, and the armor goes back to her, and she's back in the Lion ship. But she does say that if they ever needed to use the ship or the armor again, that they're more than willing, they can tap into that power, which is kind of cool. And it also is kind of cool that we have another character that's out there fighting the good fight. So that's pretty cool. And we also know that it even leaves the door open for her to return again, which I think is even cooler, that we have all these characters that can return for a bigger finale. Mick finally forgives her, he hugs her, and we get to see Mick's parents, who aren't overwhelmingly like sad that they haven't seen their son in the last 20 years. They're just kind of like, oh hey, are you coming back home? He's like, no, I gotta fight. They're like, all right, cool, you do your thing. Like, that's pretty much what I got out of that. But other than that, that was pretty much the episode. I'm curious to see, the Battleizer was pretty cool, Francis. What did you guys think about this episode? How many Ninja Stars are you guys gonna give this episode? For me, I think I'm going to give this episode a 3 solid Ninja Stars. I feel like it wasn't as good as the last couple, but it's still a good episode. I really look at that, man. A lot of you guys are really big fans of Viara. I got another question. Would you guys like to see Viara become the Green Ranger? And I know if you look at our Facebook page, that meme is going around. I think it's posted in the THS Hashtaggers group. Look at that, MJ Spud with a super chat. Why did Brody have... Oh, hold on. This is going a little fast. Why did Brody have a Ninja Storm Morphicon? Yes. Why did Brody have a Ninja Storm Morphicon? Well, it's because that was the power upgrade. How cool would it be to get the Ninja Storm Rangers back in this season? Now, Peter last week alluded to the fact that we could possibly be getting the red Ninja Storm Ranger in his One Truth, Two Lies. We don't know if that's confirmed. The other two were Haley and Calvin breaking up and something else. But a lot of you guys seem to have liked this episode. 4.5 from Anna Miles. Francis gives it a 4. Lucius gives it a 5.5. I'm going to give it a solid 3. I think this season is getting pretty good. It's getting good. I don't want to say pretty good because I don't want to ramp up my expectations. I know that Peter was really promoting it. And I know that a lot of people think it's because, Peter was on the show. Knowing Peter, I don't think that's what it is. I actually do think because if you guys notice that this season, one thing I really like about it is that it's really driving the story. Like, now we're starting to get into more long story form telling of this, now the Viara thing that carried over for 2 episodes. You got to assume that she's going to come back and help the Rangers again, which I think is pretty cool. Seeing Sarah and Preston was also cool together again, because I feel like that's a plot line that we haven't had touched on a lot, and I like seeing that more. I also like the fact that we get to see, we're getting to see the Rangers kind of demorphed a lot, and in high school doing that kind of stuff. I really like that. Peter has not hinted about Viara being the Green Ranger. It looks like that's a possibility that could happen, but I don't think it will happen. I don't think Viara is going to come in as the Green Ranger, even though I think it would be great, because I feel like it would be a cool team to have 3 girls and 4 guys. I think it would be great. This didn't feel like a filler episode to me. It felt more so like the plot was to pretty much introduce a new Zord and a Battleizer, but I like the way they did it, bringing in Viara and having her kind of be this princess of a conquered galaxy. It very much reminds me of Lilandra from the Shi'ar Empire, where she has to rule with an iron fist. And I think she says it in this episode. She was sent down there to rule with an iron fist, but she had to do it in such a way, in the Power Ranger way, where she had to learn compassion. And she looks at Sarah for that compassion, and I think that's an important thing, because that's a callback to last week's episode, which I love. I like the fact that some of these episodes are feeling connected again. I'm hoping that this show continues its upward trend of being good, or being on the level of good. And I was getting tired of fillers too, Ronell. I agree with you on that. But now it seems like it's all coming together quite well. I don't know if there's an episode next week, guys. Maybe let me know in the chat. It doesn't seem like there is. It seems like it's going to be a rerun. And if there is a rerun, would you guys want to see us do a... Here, I'm going to let you Power Ranger fans control the destiny of what Hashtag Show does us next week. As all of the producers are going to be like, what is Joe doing? He says crazy stuff when he's by himself. But I'm going to let you guys control our destiny. Do you guys want to see us do a Retro Ranger wrap-up? Or would you guys like us to do a Power Rangers After Dark? Specifically, we do After Dark here on Hashtag Show. Would you guys want to see a Power Ranger After Dark? Thank you, MJ Spud. Another super chat. To be honest, I want Brody to die and his powers go to Mick. Well, I don't think Brody's going to die, but I don't know if any. I'm not going to spoil the show, but has anybody seen the pictures going around with the 3 Red Rangers helmetless? Anybody at all in the chat? If not, I don't know if I want to post it here. If anybody super chats us and you want to see it, I'll post it on the THS group. But it's quite interesting. Quite interesting indeed. There isn't an episode Worldwide Day of Play for Nickelodeon. So no new episode next week. Edward Sanchez says do a retro Power Ranger wrap up. Oh, Kat wants a Power Rangers After Dark would be amazing. I'll tell you what, if I'm able to do this Power Rangers After Dark thing, I'll try to get After Dark in with some Rangers. I can't guarantee that. I don't even know if my fellow cast members, I'm sure, listen, Daniel's in the chat. I'm sure he would be here for a Power Rangers After Dark. We can do some fun games on that one. We could plot out the Power Ranger Part 2 movie. We can do a lot of fun things on that show. But that'll be Power Rangers After Dark next week. Craig Anderson did see the picture. Yes, I know their identities. Now, I don't want to spoil the identities for you guys. It is a big spoiler. I'm curious to see, though, what you guys think about it, because I'm trying to be light here because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. But I'll say this. One of the Rangers I was satisfied with, the new Red Ranger, and the other one, I don't know. But I'm kind of happy that one of them gets his due. By the way, let's talk about Mick's acting. Kelson, man, that guy's killing it. That guy is, I think he's a pretty phenomenal actor. You could tell his passion in this episode was, people want Rangers After Dark. Guys, might make a note, Rangers After Dark next week. I don't even know if I'm going to be here next week. I think I should be. But, yeah, Kelson killed it in this episode. His acting, he was given a lot, but he actually was able to show his range. All right, Lucius, I will show that picture, but I will do it in our THS hashtagger group. So go there, and you can check it out there, because I don't want to spoil the people in the chat that don't want spoilers for Power Rangers. I'm really curious to see where the show is going, because I hope Viara comes back. I would really like her. Man, you guys really want the Power Rangers After Dark. Well, it's going to happen. It is going to happen. And yes, Strider, Kelson kills all of his performances. Whether it's Boom or anybody else, Kelson is amazing. Guys, how many of you are staying on for After Dark tonight? Tonight's going to be a fun one. Tonight on After Dark, let me just do a little promotion for my teammates here. Sam and Migdalia are going to be talking about The Watchmen. Why The Watchmen? Well, because it just got greenlit on HBO, and they're going to do a fan casting, so you guys can chime in there for that. However, somebody wants a Henshin Hangout live. Look at that. Joe, you better be here next week. I get back from Florida Friday, and I need to tell you about my Disney adventures. As of now, it's looking like I will be here on After Dark next week. The week after, I won't be. I will be in New York to bring you guys a Ranger wrap-up with Daryl from New York Comic Con. And also, we're going to try to interview the whole cast of Power Rangers Ninja Steel. Isn't that right, Jezzer? Just shake your head, you little monkey. There you go. I like that. So we're gonna be talking about, we're going to hopefully get the panel footage as well. Maybe we can live stream that for you guys in place of a Ranger wrap-up. Hopefully, I don't want to make too many promises I can't keep, but that's what we're hoping to do. Let's get into, what else do we want to talk about? You guys want to get into your questions and comments? Or do you guys want to hear a fun story about last night? About how there was a car. Daniel knows what I'm talking about. You can check out his Instagram stories. So you can check out my Instagram at that hashtag Joe. There's some crazy stories about last night. Check that out. I'm really curious to see in the live chat, which was your favorite Red Ranger power-up? What was your favorite Red Ranger Battleizer power-up? Was it from whatever season? Which one was your favorite? But I'm going to get into your questions and comments as you guys let me know the answer to that. All right, Craig Anderson. So far, I think the season has more downs than ups. Interesting. But what do you guys think? If you could change anything about Ninja Steel so far, what would it be? I also think the weakest team besides a Legendary Battle is probably Trakina, team up besides Legendary Battle, is Trakina's Revenge, because they focus solely on Carter's relationship with Heather, then focusing on Trakina and the Lost Galaxy Rangers. Hashtag fight for 40. All right, well, this episode was okay, I guess. However, I want to see more Calvin. Out of all the Rangers, Calvin is my favorite. I don't know that much about him. Also, as a Red Ranger, it seems like Brody doesn't have much of a personality. Why is that? Hashtag we miss Kelly. Hashtag Kelly is Bay. Hashtag Daryl the Phantom Ranger. Hashtag, or Joe the Phantom Ranger. Hashtag Daryl is Red Turbo. MJ Spud, thank you so much for your super chat. He says, I will try to be at After Dark, but we'll be 5 a.m. in the UK. Well, hopefully we'll see you there. All right, about this comment in particular, I do think this episode, the season is getting better little by little. I agree with you about Brody a little bit. I feel like his personality is lacking, and this is a little bit of a cut and paste from last season, the whole Tyler thing with his dad. So I'm a little over it too. Calvin is the most intriguing character to me, I think, because we don't know much about him. But I think my favorite character probably is Preston, because I honestly do feel that he has a lot of like underlying development, and I love Sarah's character as well. Actually, I love Haley. I love most of them. Brody still has to grow on me a little bit. It's gonna take a little bit of doing, but he has to grow a little bit. Shadowbird, awesome wrap up as always. I love the episode. It really shows how being kind can make other people be kind. I have a little game for you. Oh boy. Take a shot every time the editor uses Dino Charge theme music in the Megazord battles instead of Ninja Steel theme music. Anyways, I'm really excited for what's to come in future episodes. Also, Joe, did you see MJ Spud Snake on Instagram? Hashtag Spudbird. Hashtag Peter Sodarso is amazing. Hashtag Joe hates snakes. Hashtag Sneaky Daniel Jerome. Hashtag Voice Acting King Daryl. No, I didn't see his snake post on Instagram. And guess what, Shadowbird? I'm not gonna see it because I don't like snakes. Snakes are... Listen, for all you people that like snakes out there, great. However, I'm not that guy. They're creepy. They don't have legs. I feel they look slimy, but when you touch them, they're not slimy. Scales are weird, and they flick their tongues like little savages. I don't like snakes. They're disgusting. Anyways, for all you guys that are snake lovers out there, more power to you. Just don't bring them around me. Ryan Super 04 Steel Speed Thomas. That's the fastest I've ever said that. And I want another thing in there, Ryan. Hey, Joseph, Daniel, and hi, Peter. Nice to see you again on Hashtag Show live streams on the Ranger Wrap-Up. I enjoy Power Rangers Ninja Steel. So far, I love it. It's epic. Listen, we got to stop using the word epic. We got to come up with something else. Well, I was a bully once in middle school, but it kind of stopped for a while. Hashtag wish bullying. Wait. Well, I was bullied. Oh, I think he's saying that he was bullied. I'm sorry to hear that you were bullied in middle school, man. Hashtag wish bully will stop. Hashtag keep up the good work, guys. Hashtag hashtaggers is my family forever. Ryan Earl Thomas from Arizona, native Power Ranger. Hashtag stay strong. Listen, bullies suck. And to address what Shadowbird said, yes, kindness is always... I feel like when you surround yourself with good people, good things happen. And I'm surrounded with a lot of great people here at Hashtag Show. So, and a lot of you guys. Like, a lot of you guys are great. One thing I want to say about this community... Oh, you know what? There is something I want to touch on. I want to touch on the Jason Ybarra incident. I want everybody's ears to perk up for a second. Now, everybody knows the controversy of what's going on. Oh, another super chat. Hashtag watch your tongue, Joseph. Yes, snakes are not my thing. I'm glad you like them. You know, pleasure. But I do have a question for you guys. I mean, if you guys have heard about this Jason Ybarra incident, this is a big news story that's been going around. There's a lot of controversy surrounding his involvement in Power Rangers. Now, there's two sides to every story, and I think that both sides of those stories should be heard. I think that Jason Ybarra contributed to the show, but at the same time, maybe he embellished a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with embellishment, but I feel like you got to give credit to the people that actually did those jobs. If you want to find out more about the Jason Ybarra incident, it's all over the internet. It's all over Facebook. We might even run an article about it, so check out thathashtagshow.com. But like I was saying, back to kind of like a community. The one thing I love about Power Ranger fans is the community. And I think that a lot of the good apples in the Power Ranger community are right here in this chat, are you guys watching. I love the fan base that Power Rangers has and the fan base that you guys bring, because we want to focus in on the positivity of Power Rangers and not so much get hung up on the things that we don't like. Because if that was the case, we can get hung up all day long on things we don't like. But I think it's really cool to embrace the things that we all love about the show, because that's what brings us together as a community and as a fan base. But I'm going to get back to these comments. Edward Sanchez, hashtag Edward Sanchez approved. Great Ranger wrap-up as always. I really enjoy watching this episode. My favorite part was Sarah giving her cookie inventor, see I caught myself there, cookie inventor, to Billy, the debut of the Lionzord, and Victor and Monty going to jail after watching this episode. It makes me like Sarah even more. And let's be real, guys. How can you not like Sarah? I mean, she's there's a lot to like. There's a lot to like. Cyril Moore says, cool video review, guys. I give this episode an 8 out of 10. Which season of Power Rangers had your favorite female White Ranger? MMPR, Power Rangers Wild Force, or Power Rangers Mystic Force? Who do you think would win in a fight between Voltron and the Ninja Falcon Megazord? Let's see. Look at this in the comments. Oh, Joe, sending virtual hugs by MJ or by Shadowbird. Thank you so much. No, you guys do make everything worth it. Like, listen, I'm here doing a Power Ranger show alone. My producer's falling asleep back there, but it's all for the love of the fan base. Anyway, who do I think was the best white female ranger? I think the best white female. Well, that's a really weird term. The best white ranger that was a female was probably. I really like Delphine. Actually, I really like Haley on this season, but I'm a big fan of Delphine. She was the first real female leader of the Power Rangers, so that was a pretty cool one. Here to see Japan Boy. This episode, The Royal Arrival, is so far the best episode on Ninja Steel. It's not only focuses on Sarah, but also introduces the Princess of the Lion Galaxy. There are small things that I liked, which are when Preston uses his magic powers to cut vegetables and Victor and Monty got caught by the cops, which reminded me of Lieutenant Stone and Power Ranger Zeo. Good throwback there. Question about the kid named Billy. Was that a throwback to MMPR Billy? Because Sarah invents stuff too, so does Billy in MMPR. Also, good Easter egg. I believe that was a throwback. I think that is a little Easter egg that Chiplin threw in there. FYI, right after I watched and commented on this video, I went to my Facebook feed, and out of nowhere, it was immediately spoiled about about Ninja Steel episode 20. Yes, Ninja Steel episode 20. That's the picture, the infamous picture I'm talking about. That is a major spoiler. Udana is one of the favorites in here. Tom Craven, thanks Joe, very nice of you told say about us. Yeah, pretty much you said very nice. But listen, you guys are amazing. Alyssa, I like that you guys are polarized on your favorite female White Ranger. Alyssa, Udana, I picked Delphine. Obviously Haley's out there. A lot of great women to represent that color. This episode, last week's episode was very good, and those are Easter eggs. Funny enough, I was asking Peter if the Lion Galaxy tied into anything else. He said it did. Obviously, we got the answer in this week's episode. I actually thought it could tie into Q Ranger if they did Q Rangers, if they made it the next season of Power Rangers, because they have the Leo Galaxy, which essentially is the Lion Galaxy. So if you could tie that in, it could all be tied in together. And what if they set this up where Princess Viara is actually one of the Q Rangers for next season, and she's from the Leo Galaxy? This is a possibility that we will talk about on Power Rangers After Dark next week when I go in depth about it. All right, I Will One says, I say great wrap up, guys, but I can't say great episode. Cookie machine for everyday teen in high school denied by their parents of their most enjoyed snack preferred over conventional meals at all hours? Good point. The thing about Victor and Monty is that they are cast in the wrong show, and this week they don't know where milk comes from. Who's the nerd of the dynamic again? Another great point. The thing about I've said that Ninja and Chozetsu is not for everyone, but the princess is the best example of that point. She's from another galaxy and has a background that would have been deeply explored in her character if it was not in the Neo Saban era, but just like the kids in this episode, they get their resolutions resolved in an afternoon. They have gold in their hands and are using it as toilet paper most of the time. Speaking of gold, Aiden has 0 lines in this episode. You know what? This is interesting because I kind of agree a little bit. I feel that specifically with Aiden, since he's been revealed as the Gold Ranger, I feel like we're getting less and less of him. And there was such a huge emphasis on his character for the first few episodes of this season. I do feel that the season is getting better. I don't think that they have gold on their hands by any means, because if you look at their Zords, they don't necessarily mix together, but I think Chip did a good job at mixing those. I think the season's getting better. I think they still have a lot of fleshing out to do, but we'll see if they get there. Let's hope that they do. Andrew Suarez says, first two lies and one truth. Calvin and Haley break up, but most likely of a spell or a small fight that escalates. 2, he says that the second 2 lies and 1 truth. Putting all of my imagery chips on, chips in and go with someone dies. That's crazy. I don't think anyone's gonna die in Power Rangers. Not ever. I mean, Kendall kinda, but she even came back. Tone Robinson's, bruh, Christiane looks amazing. I want to see the Psycho Rangers get resurrected. Yes, on both of those accounts. I want to see the Psycho Rangers get resurrected, and Christiane does look amazing. She's actually a really cool person, too. When I first met her, if you want to there's a panel that I did for YesterCon. It's here on our YouTube channel. Check it out. She's hilarious. Like, so she was saying some really funny things to me, like, when we were up there, but she's super cool. Francis Asseray. Hey guys, awesome wrap up. I like the episode since it ended like a cliffhanger. I agree with Peter. The fact that I also like Tommy as Dino Thunder Black. Can't wait till the next episode in the wrap up. I hope it'll be epic. Here we go again with that word. Let's change epic to something else. Let's use something else. Let's see. I hope it'll be epic. P.S. Who is your favorite Ranger on Power Rangers Dino Charge? Please try to do a show earlier next time. See you guys next week. Sorry for the late show last week. Even today, the internet was down for some odd reason. But anyway, who was my favorite Ranger in Power Rangers Dino Charge? I mean, the easy answer is to say Koda, right? Well, Koda is one of my favorite Rangers. My favorite Ranger, and a lot of my peers here at Hashtag Show know this. Funny enough, my favorite Ranger from Dino Charge is Prince Philip. I really like the character of Prince Philip. I like that he tried to buy his way into becoming a Power Ranger, but he had to actually display the qualities it took to be a Power Ranger to really get the power. And yes, sorry, I did mean Kendricks, not Kendall, sorry. FF Justice says, for real though, Peter is so fun to watch. I've been liking Ninja Steel more with every episode thus far. I'll see how I feel about today's episode. Hashtag speaking ahead your time. To expand on some of my last week SPD comments, the fact that Jack, Sky, Bridge, and Z dabbed one morphing technique shouldn't be a surprise as they are teenagers now. Lastly, that's hilarious actually, because technically in 2025 they would be teenagers now. Lastly, it seems that the Ninja Steel is being used as an homage to Mighty Morphin by not having a clear theme. MMPR could have done more with the prehistoric stuff, but went with relatable teen superhero and ETs. Same with Megaforce. The season could have been all about extra-dimensional teens coming to live on Earth a la Goseiger, thus explaining the lack of interest in changing clothes in Troy beyond human personalities, etc. But it went with the relatable-ish school teen superhero ETs. As for Ninja Steel, the team could have become space ninjas of some sorts, but, well, you know. Well, here's my theory about that, is that I don't know if a lot of you know this, but in Megaforce, I was talking to Ciara Hanna about this, and I'll get Ciara on the show. Hopefully, maybe I can get her next week for After Dark or something. But the reason why they wore the same clothes every day is because Saban wanted Power Rangers Ninja Steel to be like a cartoon, where cartoon characters never change clothes. So they wanted it to very much feel like that. It didn't quite work for me. It didn't make sense why they would never change clothes. But yeah, they never changed clothes. It was weird. Jalen Glover says, hey guys, Ninja Steel is pretty good so far. I still think they introduced the Gold Ranger way too early, but overall the series is doing well in my opinion. By the way, I forgot to give you guys my pickup line. Out of all the stars, you're the one that I need. Anyway, hope to hear from you guys soon, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in person. Sincerely, Jalen. That's it for your questions and comments. Totally agree, Prince Philip is my favorite Ranger. This is from Tom Craven. Wish they didn't call him Graphite and just went gray. Yeah, dude. Gray. Why don't we have a gray Ranger? Listen, I'm curious to see. Q Ranger, now this isn't Henshin Hangout, but that was on just a couple days ago. I love that show. Q Ranger has 13 Rangers on it. Well, 12 if you want to count, if not counting Lucky's power-up, it's technically 13 Rangers. Do you think we'll get any more? Because I was thinking, oh, look at that. Andrew Suarez gave us a super chat. Change Epic to Galactic and Out of This World. Dude, if they do the Q Ranger season, I would love to see the Galactic or Out of This World references. I think it's much better than Epic. I'm Prince Philip, and Prince Philip is the Queen of England's husband. Interesting, MJ Spud, super chat, and let me know what that means. Oh, by the way, one last thing I forgot to mention about this week's episode is that Victor and Monty, they do the weightlifting thing. And he has to break the record of weightlifting, which is 2 tons. That's 4,000 pounds. So you're telling me that the person that had that record before did just a ton? Like they lifted a ton? That's a lot of weight, dude. Whoever's that guy must lift, bro. But that's a lot of weight. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I like the season where it's going, but I don't even know what I was talking about before that. What was I talking about before that? Right? I went into a tangent on something. Whatever. I do that from time to time. But I hope you enjoyed this show. I was flying solo. My partner in crime, Daryl, injured his back. Daryl, I hope you get well. I hope you feel better. He pulled a Rocky and flew out of the ring. That's a reference to Power Rangers Turbo, the movie. Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, is what that's called. Who your queen, MJ Spud? Want to tell them who's your queen, MJ Spud? I'm guessing that Shadowbird is MJ Spud's queen. But yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun with you guys hanging out. I'll chat with you guys for a couple more minutes, but it was lifted by a Power Ranger. That's true. That's a lot of weight to lift. What do you guys want to see in the upcoming season here? I know that some of the stuff was spoiled a little bit, but I'm really curious to see what you guys want to see. What's up, Daniel? He says, "Hey, Joe, what's up? You gonna super chat me?" So what do you think they'll do with Mick? Will he get an opportunity to be a Ranger? I mean, like, after hearing he was in suit, he was an in suit Ranger. I'd love to see it. I want to see them fleshed out even more. Well, Daniel, you may very well just get your chance. People want to hear some stories from last night. All right. Last night. This is more of an After Dark story, but it's okay. I'm going to tell it to you guys here on Super Chat because I'm by myself. And I can because Daryl can't stop me. Last night, me, Migdalia, Sam, Daniel went out with some of our producers, Josh and Jezer and a few others. We all went out last night to a place called Karaoke Blue. Now, the last time we were at Karaoke Blue, well, besides my birthday, was for Cinco de Mayo, and that didn't end well. MJ Spud, thank you for the super chat. The Queen of England's husband is called Philip. Yes, this is true. We got some confirmation there. Cinco de Mayo, for those of you that don't know what Cinco de Mayo is, it is the day of Mexican independence. It's also no, it's not. What is it? I call it Cinco de Drinko. That's what it really is. It's what it really means is Cinco de Mayo means drink a lot of tequila and Corona. That's essentially what it means. And that's exactly what we did. So we paid homage to our Mexican friends and south of the border, and we paid homage to that holiday. One of our producers, which I don't want to say his name because then Josh is going to get mad, couldn't handle his liquor and threw up everywhere. And somehow it also ended up with one of our other producers, and I really don't want to say this guy's name because then Jezer's going to get mad, his pants around his ankle talking to some girls. So this place is what we call it's magical. When you go to Karaoke Blue, magical things happen. Last night is no different. Another one of our said producers from the 2 previous stories I just told, Jezer, he got wasted again, and he thought he was having a heart attack. And in the process of him having this said heart attack, he ordered a giant plate of beef jerky. Why a plate of beef jerky? I don't know. He was singing songs, and I wish I would have recorded it, but it might be on Daniel's Snapchat, so you can check out Daniel's Snapchat at, I think it's Battlestar Galactica, at Battlestar Galactica. Check that out. He has some footage there. Thank you for the super chat, Larry. Sam turned up last night. Sam was singing his heart out last night. You guys got to check out this footage. It's quite amazing. I hope somebody recorded that because if you super chat tonight, hopefully that some of Sam's footage will get played. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. But listen, if you're going to come out to LA and party with us, just know you're in for a wild night. I was actually texting with Larry last night, we were talking about some of the wild antics that were going on. Now, speaking of wild antics, I want to talk about Power Morphicon. Now, about Power Morphicon, I've been in talks with them and Scott to... Oh, look, Daniel put his Instagram tag in there. So check out his Instagram for a lot of those stories. Check it out. And give Daniel a follow. He was complaining to me last night about how he doesn't have enough Instagram followers. So shameless plug for you, Daniel Jerome, my friend. I will see you soon. But I was about Morphicon. I want to know how many of you guys are going to Morphicon because we have a lot planned. I'm hoping to execute a lot of these plans, and I think that you guys are going to like them. For all of you guys that are going to Morphicon, we are going to be there. This will be your chance to party with us and share some of these stories with us. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. For all of you guys that maybe don't have a place to stay at Morphicon, oh, look at that. Anna's watching the Daniel's stories right now. For a lot of you guys that don't have a place to stay at Morphicon, in THS Hashtaggers, the group we've created for you guys, a lot of people are thinking about getting hotel rooms with other fans in this group because we want to make this for everybody, and we want to make sure that everybody could share on the experience. And a lot of you guys already know each other, so you guys will have a great time. And trust me, if you guys are going to party with me at Morphicon, you need to bring two things. No, I'm just kidding. I was going to say that. You need to bring Red Bulls, and you need to bring coffee because you're going to need it. Because you will not sleep. We're going to party day and night, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and you guys are going to go to the panels. We have a lot of panels planned out. By the way, if you guys, because I want to do all these things for you guys at Morphicon, but, oh, look, congratulations, Tom, celebrating your wedding anniversary. Maybe you should celebrate your wedding anniversary in Anaheim next year at Morphicon. It'll be a lot of fun. But what I want you guys to do is tweet Morphicon and let them know you want to see #show there to get the ball rolling. Also, something else you guys can do, especially for After Dark next week, Power Rangers After Dark. If you guys want to tweet the Rangers, let them know that you want to see them come on this show. We'd love to get some of the Rangers like Karen Ashley here. We'd also love to see, some of our favorites like Christiani. We tweet us out and tweet the Rangers and let them know you'd want to see them come on our show. But I think I'm going to sign off. I had a lot of fun doing this solo. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture. Thanks, guys. It was a lot of fun.